Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Anybody here joining in the chat? We're here for boarding soon deep in Zimbabwe. I need some vibes. Let me see if Eve in the chat. Eve, are you in the chat? Drop a comment. We're going to get into all of the things that we're going to be doing in 2026 for our trip to Zimbabwe. Drop where you're joining from. What city are you in? What country are you in? All the things. I'm gonna drop some music while we wait for the folks to join. Also, let me know that you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh wait. No. Hey, Virginia. All right. All right. I'm in North Carolina. Is Virginia considered the dirty South? I know North Carolina is. I feel like Virginia is too. Um, where else y'all from? Let me know. Hey, there's Eve. Welcome to boarding soon. Yes. Y'all hear the music? Are you vibing? Are you vibing? Are you vibing? Y'all see, I got my Zimbabwe pen. Yeah, you see, I'm ready. I'm ready. I got this pen in Zimbabwe, by the way. Yes, yes. I'm gonna get into the things. Should we turn it up? I feel like I gotta turn it up too loud. You're gonna be able to hear me. If you're joining, oh, you can't hear it. Can you hear it now? Let me turn it up so y'all can. If you're joining us, oh man, I don't know why y'all can't hear it. That's not cool. All right, we're gonna get started in 2 minutes. Get yourself some water. Good morning, Valerie. Drop where you're from in the chat, or where you're located. You know where you're from and always where you're located. Okay. I actually am in both areas right now. But yes, where you from, where you're based. Um, I am originally from New Jersey, born in New Jersey, but I was raised right here in Monroe, North Carolina, or what we like to call it is the row. And I am back home for the first time in 24 years. So also, yeah, 'cause I knew he was gonna be the one who dropped. Drop if your family is from somewhere. Let us know, where's your family from? Are they from the Caribbean? What island? Are they from the continent? What country? Right? Let me know the things. My grandfather is from Trinidad and Tobago. I like to read Trinidad. Okay, we have just a minute. I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat. Okay. Born in Florida, living in Little Rock. Okay. This is why I can't turn on the tunes because I don't want to turn off the tunes. All right, but I'm gonna turn them on. All right, all right, all right. Let's get started. Let's get started. I'm so glad y'all are here. Um, my name is Inez. I am the founder of It's Deeper Than Travel. I, you know, I have been to a lot of countries. I've been to a lot of countries, nearly 30 of them. And I actually lived in Zimbabwe for a while. So I'm really excited about this Deep in Zimbabwe experience and taking you to Zimbabwe to see the things that I've seen. I built this business specifically to help Black folks travel deeper. And we've been doing this over a decade. So you will see my good friend and my head of strategy, Eve, in the chat. Drop a hey girl, hey Eve, hey in there for her to give her a shout out. While I'm going through this presentation, while I'm talking through this, because really it's not really a presentation, it's really a dialogue, right? I want you to be able to drop your questions in the chat, right? Put them in there. Eve may answer them immediately in real time, or I'll answer them when we get to the Q&A section later on. So if you are here and you're curious about Zimbabwe, right? If you are here, you probably are curious about Zimbabwe. Maybe you've even been thinking about it for a while. Maybe you just heard about it recently because you know it is Forbes' #1 country to visit in 2025. And we're going to talk about why that is later. Maybe you're already booked with us, which we're excited about having you. And you have some additional questions that we're going to be able to answer later. Either way, welcome to Boarding Soon Deep in Zimbabwe 2026. Here's what we're not going to do today, right? I'm not just going to be going through this PowerPoint the whole time. I'm not just going to be talking at you for 45 minutes, right? I want you to engage. Let's make this fun, right? I am going to pitch and talk about, why you should join us in the end, because that's why we're here. But that's not how we do around these parts, right? Around these parts, we don't just do the talking. We want to hear from you, right? We want to hear what you think, want to hear what you're excited about. We want to hear back from you. So make sure that you're dropping your comments in the chat and your questions in the chat. Here's what is happening. I'm going to be giving you literally all of the tea on this trip, right? As if I'm your friend, right? So just imagine we're at your house, we're on the couch. I'm like, girl, listen, I'm going to Zimbabwe and I want you to go with me. Okay, it's going to be amazing. And here are all the things that we're doing, right? This is the vibe here. This is the vibe. We're going in April and we're going in September, right? Because we're going both times. And so I'm going to show you what we're doing. I'm going to show you where we're going. I'm going to show you what's included. I'm going to show you what's not included, right? And I'm going to show you why this trip is different from any other group trip experience you have ever seen. Okay. So are we ready to do the things? I just want to make sure y'all still in the chat. Hey girl, hey. Yes, I love it. I see somebody from Berkeley, California. Welcome. All right. So these are some reasons you should stay until the end, right? If you stay until the end, you're not only going to get all your questions answered, you're going to be able to have all the information you need to make a decision about whether or not you're joining us. But you also can get up to $800 in gifts from us, right? That includes Unlock Your Travel Funds, which is a travel guide that I created that includes all of the strategies I've been using for years to get an additional $200 a month for my travel without cutting back on what I love, okay? This is valued at $100, but you're going to be able to get it at a discount today if you stay to the end, right? You'll also be able to get a free add-on. So we're going to talk about what the add-ons for the trip are later, but you'll be able to get an add-on of your choice for free. And then also there's a surprise gift that I'll be giving out to someone special for one of my travel lovers that's valued at $600. So yeah, you'll want to stay to the end so you can have a chance to get access to all of those gifts. And then of course, at the end, we're going to talk about, why you should come, right? We're going to talk about that. And it's going to be giving so are you coming or not? All right. So let's go. Hold up. All right. So we're going to go back for a second. Let me take this down. Hold up. Because I want y'all to see me. I want you to see me. I want to see you seeing me. Can everybody see me? Let's talk a little bit. All right. So a lot of times, or sometimes people think about or they ask the question why are you going to Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe? Well, who was thinking about Zimbabwe? How did we get to Zimbabwe, right? Listen, most people, when they think about Africa, they think about Ghana, right? They think about Kenya. They think about South Africa. And Zimbabwe doesn't always make the list until recently, right? Forbes just named Zimbabwe the world's best country to visit in 2025, right? #1. And I couldn't agree more, really, because Zimbabwe wasn't even on my list, right? Originally, it was not even on my list. I just so happened to marry a Zimbabwean man, and it was like, oh, maybe I want to go to Zimbabwe, right? But after living there for nearly half a year, I realized that the spirit and the hospitality of its people, the breathtaking landscapes. I'm going to show you some of the breathtaking landscapes. The breathtaking landscapes, right? The natural wonder of the world. It has one of the natural wonders of the world. And all of the hidden gems make it rightfully a country that the African diaspora should be seeing and exploring at a deeper level, right? And because our trips at Is Deeper Than Travel are built to go deeper and to give you experiences no one else has had and memories that will shift your being, we are headed to Zimbabwe. Go. Go ahead, go. Yes, ma'am, go. Sorry, y'all, mothering. Go. So if you are somebody who's like, listen, no one else has had memories of the types of trips that we're going on. I'm trying to see something that's going to shift my being, right? I'm trying to see something that may potentially even change my life, right? Drop me in the chat if you want to have those type of experiences that no one else has had, the memories that are going to be the things you tell your grandchildren or your great grandchildren, right? These are the types of trips we're doing at It's Deeper Than Travel, right? So drop a me in the chat if that's you, because that is our sweet spot. Welcome, Diana. If you're looking for a vacation that is a blend of, what everyone has done, because we want to hit the things, right? There are key things that people want to see, right? It's what everyone has done, but it also is what very few have done. Then you're our type of person. We're going to give you the Black countries that are on your bucket list, and we're going to give you the ones you never thought of, like potentially Zimbabwe, right? We're going to give you rooftop lounges and villages and all the things in between. It Is Deeper Than Travel. We specifically host trips to Black countries, right? Because Black professionals have been told for decades, for centuries, that Black countries are dirty, they're impoverished, and they're underdeveloped, right? While places like Rome, places like Paris, places like the Maldives, they've been marketed as must-see places, like you just got to go, right? Just imagine what you see when you see imagery back in the day of Black countries, right? You're not usually going to see the beauty of them, and that's on purpose. But the truth is, there are places in Africa, there are places in the Caribbean, there are places in South America and Central America that are way more beautiful, have way more to offer Black professionals, and are prime locations for you to explore and spend your holiday in. Okay. So let's talk about what you need to know about Zimbabwe specifically. All right. We're going to jump back in. All right. So we're definitely going to hit some of the main places, all the things you see on the must-see things to do in Zimbabwe. This is Victoria Falls, or the real name, which is Mosi Oatunya. It's called this because that means the smoke that thunders. And it is the smoke that thunders. It's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. And we're going to go and we're going to stand at the edge in awe. Just looking at this picture, I'm in awe, first of all, right? I mean, are you in awe? Let me know. Are you in awe? Because I am. We're going to be there, right? We're going to be able to feel, you see that mist? We're going to be able to feel that mist on our face, right? It's about to be loud, but it's also about to be unforgettable. There are actually people who lay down on the edge of Victoria Falls and take a picture. You may have seen Khalees post this. A lot of people post it. So if you're into that, hey, we welcome you to do that as well. Okay. This is Harare. Harare is the capital of Zimbabwe. It's modern, it's vibrant, it's full of art, it's full of music, it's full of entrepreneurship. This is not a city that's stuck in the past. It's a city that is thriving in the present, and we will be in the midst of all the things down there. Yes, I have been there, Diana. I actually lived there for almost half a year. All All right, let's go to the next one. The next thing that we're going to hit is Dombo Shava, right? Dombo Shava. It's the Dombo Shava Hills. These are ancient stone rock formations with rock art dating back thousands of years, right? And they literally sit up there like that. So we're going to get a chance to climb up to these, see the artwork that's in there that was carved on the walls of the areas around there, and understand why this land is sacred. And this is what we're going to be experiencing. This is where you'll eat. This is where you'll dance. This is where you get to see locally owned spots, Black owned spots, and not the normal tourist traps, right? Now, we're also going to throw in some of the custom experiences that you can only do with It's Deeper Than Travel. So this is a picture of me and my husband, Tawanda, and we are at the rural area, his mother's house, and that's actually her kitchen. So during my time in Zimbabwe, I had a chance to sit with the tetes. Now, tete is like an auntie in Shona, which is the language in Zimbabwe. I got a chance to make and eat sadza, which is one of their main staple dishes, with my hands. I got a chance to hear the stories and see the perspectives that don't make it into the travel guides. And that's what I want for you too, right? That's what I want for you too. I don't want you to go to Zimbabwe and get the sanitized tourist board version, TripAdvisor only excursion version of Zimbabwe, right? I want you to be able to experience the real Zimbabwe, the one that changes you. All right. So if you're ready to walk through the trip, you're ready to walk through the itinerary, you're ready to hear about what we're doing, drop ready in the chat. Hey, Valerie. Yes. So we do allow children, but they have to be at least 13 years old. I need ready in the chat. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? I see some me's. Yes, me's. Who's ready? Who's ready? All right, ready. I see Kiana is ready. I see Ona is ready. I see Shar is ready. Of course, Eve is ready. Alpha is ready. Okay, yes, Diana's ready. All right, let's go. Let us go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So this is arrival. Arrival is always about arrival and connection. So first, you're going to land in Harare. We're going to be picking you up from the airport. So you don't have to worry about an Uber. You don't have to worry about a taxi. You don't have to have any confusion about how to get anywhere. You're going to get to your hotel. You're going to check in. And that night, we're going to head to see some of the sunset views over the city, as you can see here, right? Then we're going to go to our welcome dinner of traditional flavors. It's going to be your first taste of Zimbabwean culture, but it's also going to be your first moment of fellowship with your new travel tribe. So at It's Deeper Than Travel, the connection is the main focus of our trips. And it's not just the connection with the country, but it's also the connection to the culture. And even more importantly, it's the connection with the people that you're traveling with, right? We don't call you IDTT family for play. We're serious. We're family. When people come on our trips, they become family. So connection is very important to us. So every single detail of our so by the end, it's giving warmth, it's giving openness, it's giving new friendships created organically. The welcome dinner is actually where strangers become new travel friends with the quickness, even if you come solo. So if you're planning to come solo, if you're like, I don't have friends to go with me, don't worry about it. By the time you get on this trip, you will feel like you came with friends. Okay. Day 2, we're going to do a traditional dance class with some local artists. And before you can be like, I don't know, I can't dance, I don't know if I can do the 1-2 step, the choreography, don't even worry about it. This is not about being perfect, right? We're going to have fun, right? That's what we do on our trips. We're going to have fun. It's going to be playful. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be proof that joy exists everywhere. And after that, we're going to hit a mini cultural festival. So think music, think food, think movement, all of the things, right? And that night, we're going to go to one of Harare's best owned Black owned night spots and see what a party is like in Harare. All right. Entry is going to be us. Entry is going to be on us. And dinner is going to be on you. So you can explore the different types of foods that are available. But these are really the things, like this is really the thing that puts the deeper in. It's deeper than travel, right? Days 3 through 5 are about culture and service. Day 3 is going to be soul stirring, right? We're headed to Domboshava Hills, right? So the picture that you see right here is actually me, my niece, and my daughter at Domboshava. So think ancient rock art, panoramic views, and a 25-minute hike to the top, right? Where you can really see it all. When you get there, you're going to feel it all. And then that evening, we're going to gather for more of the traditional flavors of Zimbabwe and be able to really just connect with those types of meals, the things that we're going to be learning about, what's in the food, why do they eat these types of foods, and all of those things. It's going to be a whole full circle moment. And speaking of a full circle moment, let me tell you about my uncle. So this is a picture of my Uncle Curtis. He came with us on a deep in Ghana trip. And initially when he was trying to come or thinking about coming, he was just like, am I gonna be able to fit in there? Like, what's it gonna be like? You know how we are. We gonna be like, who are gonna be there? And then he want to know, like, how are the locals gonna be there, right? What are they gonna be like? So by day 3, he met a tailor named Alberto, right? Because on our Deep in Ghana experience, we have a custom clothing add-on experience where you can get custom clothing made to take home with you. And so as he got a chance to get to know Alberto more, they talked about, Alberto's craft. They talked about entrepreneurship because my uncle was also an entrepreneur. And they talked about building business globally. By the time he got home, they had started a business together. Okay. Alberto and my Uncle Curtis. Talk about a full circle moment, right? So he went from who all gonna be there to literally a co-founder of an international business after spending 11 days with us, right? This is what happens on our deep end trips, right? You don't just visit. We're not just checking boxes, right? You're going to connect. And sometimes those connections are going to end up changing your life. All right, so let's talk about day 4 and day 5. So day 4 is going to be yours, right? You get to rest. If you want to explore, if you want to take part in some of our add-ons. So we have a couple of add-ons. One is going to be the Haka Safari Game Park. So you're going to get to go to a game park where there are giraffes, there are antelope, there are wildebeest, there are pangolin, peaceful nature. But it's not like we're just going to be driving around. Like, you're actually going to be able to get out and walk. There are zebras there as well. So you're going to be able to get up close and personal with the animals. Or if you choose the Heritage Tour add-on, you're going to get a chance to see the Heroes Acre, the National Gallery, which is one of Zimbabweans' pride and creativity centers. Or on day 4, you could choose to do nothing, right? Because all of the things are valid. Both are valid. Day 5, we're going to be working on a community-led service project. Whether you're going to be helping with planting or painting or building, right? This work is going to be rooted in respect. It's going to be rooted in reciprocity. It's going to be rooted in building rapport across cultures. A lot of times I say, sometimes we as Black and brown people, as Afro people in the world, sometimes we have more stereotypes about each other than other people have about us, right? And so this is the opportunity to really get to know the Zimbabweans, right? Not to just be in Zimbabwe, but to get to know a Zimbabwean, right? So we go and we ask the community there how they want us to show up. And that's how we show up, right? And lunch is included. that day, and the evening is going to be yours. All right. So if you're wondering, how did this happen, right? What's up with the doing community service on vacation, right? If you've been with us for a while, you understand. If not, you may be like, what's going on? Yes, community service on vacation. I'm going to give you a little background on why every single deep end journey has a community service project. No, free. Go, free. Go. Close the door. Go. No, go see Avery, please. Go see Avery, please. Thank you. Mothering, y'all. I'm going to give you a little detail on why every trip has a community service project. In 2010, I was in grad school, right, in Philadelphia. And so I went to a travel fair, a volunteer travel fair at NYU. And I was really excited about finding some programs in Black countries where I could explore, I could serve, I could learn. But something fell off when I got in there. Okay. So I'm looking around the room. No one in there is looking like me, if you know what I mean. Nobody's giving this. Okay. And no one signing up. So the people who came, none of them was given this. Nobody's looking like me, right? And the destinations that we're going to, like maybe one or two of them had locals who looked like me, right? So there was no Caribbean spots, no South America, no Central America, right? So I'm like, what's going on? So I asked one of the guys behind the booth, I'm like, so are y'all marketing to like Black students or Black professionals? Because then, I feel like they would love to do these things, right? And he's like, oh, well, I can tell you this because my girlfriend is Black. I'm like, oh, here we go. He's like, so they don't really market to Black people because Black people don't really travel like that. And I was like, I had to squint my eye and tilt my head and slow blink. Like, okay. So, sir, this white man is gonna give me the tea on why he gave me the tea on why I was feeling other in there. And as usual, it was a mess, right? That was not true because I had already been traveling the world, right? So that moment made me want to build what I knew existed, but needed to be amplified, right? Black people traveling to Black countries, helping global communities with people who look like us, right? If you go online right now and look up service in international service, it's not going to look like us. So we're changing that, right? We want to serve people who look like us, who can relate to us, and who have a similar experience in the world. They experience similar challenges in the world, right? So It's Deeper Than Travel is proud to be the first Black-owned group travel company to solely take Black people to Black countries, right? To serve Black communities. Because of that, you won't find us popping into an orphanage to drop off items and take pictures, right? You're going to find us completing phase 2 of a technology room at an orphanage so students can use it to increase their skills for years to come. So now our community service projects are a deep part of our deep end trips. And they don't just create impact, but they also help us to kind of rewrite the narratives we all have about each other, right? So if you are someone who's like, I'm down with that. Let me see, I'm down in the chat. Let me see, I'm down with the community. I'm down with it. Like, I'm down to be serving Black people in Black countries. Down, down, down. I see. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Black people exactly. Black people don't really travel like that. Stop it. Stop playing with me. Yes, down for the service. Thank you. Thank you. It's so much fun, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, the service projects are always the things that people aren't ready for what it turns into. Those are the things that also really turn into the unexpected transformation. All right, so let's get back into the itinerary. Day 6, right? Day 6. So day 6, we're gonna catch a flight. Catch up flights, right? We're gonna take a scenic flight to Victoria Falls, right? We're going to settle into our accommodations, explore the elephant walk, which is like an artist village. Think like little craft shops and things where you can get souvenirs. And we're going to end the day with a sunset cruise on the Zambezi River, which is what you see here. Dinner for the Zambezi River cruise is going to be included. And you're going to just be able to exhale, pause, reflect, take it all in, right? We talked earlier about the amazing views. Like, these are the types of things you're going to be able to see and experience. Then days 7 through 8 are about power, majesty, and flow. So day 7, we're going to get up early and we're headed to the Victoria Falls, right? Up close, loud, sacred, and unforgettable. After that, we're going to have lunch cliffside to Victoria Falls. So if you look at this picture over here on what is my left, it should be your left as well. That is a cafe that we're going to be having lunch at. So we're going to go to the falls and then we're going to just go sit and eat by the falls, right? That evening, we're going to prepare for a curated experience, drumming, dance, Zimbabwean flavors in full effect. This is going to be a night that you are surely to remember. And then day 8 is yours. If you're craving wildlife, you can do the wildlife. If you want to, you can join us for an optional drive in the Zambezi National Park. So you have the river and then you have the park. You can either do a river game drive where you go see the animals who are in the water, or you can do the bush route and see the animals that are on the land. It's your choice. Or you can use day 8 to just rest, right? Journal, chill out at the pool, hit the spa. You do you, okay? We know that y'all are working, right? We know you work hard. We know your mind and your will and emotions, they need a break and they potentially need a breakthrough, right? So we build in multiple days to slow down, slow mornings, and options to do nothing at all if you would like to, right? Because we want to make sure that while you're on this trip, you can just be in the energy of free and peaceful, right? Day 9 and 10, day 9 are about closure and transformation. So day 9, we're going to fly back to Harare for a final day of curated shopping, get the things that you need for the people that you want to get it for, right? That night, we're going to have a surprise farewell dinner. We're going to reflect, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, potentially, maybe cry. I've seen some tears. And share what this journey has cracked open in us, right? So bring your whole heart to that experience. I love to do surprise experiences because they really help people to not be able to set any expectation and have a different type of experience where it's just taking it in live, right? Like you are now, right? And for this dinner experience that I curated for the closure dinner in Zimbabwe, I had a chance to share it with one of our vendors who is a Zimbabwean woman who we'll be partnering with on our community service project. And she literally teared up on our Google Meet, right? And she was just like, wow, like I have never heard of anything like that. It's so amazing. So you definitely want to be getting in on this. Day 10, it's time to go. Unfortunately, you're headed to the airport with your spirit full and your next chapter activated. I mean, honestly, nobody ever wants to leave. But you know, it's time to go. And there's so many other trips that you can join us for. And in fact, I want to show you what it's like being a person who has booked a trip, what is deeper than travel, what it feels like.
Watching the video took me back to many of those experiences, and they were so dope. And I'm just so happy that y'all are doing it again. People need this. Y'all don't even know how y'all about to change the world. Like, y'all about to change people's lives with what was already in your hand. Y'all ain't need no extra. Y'all just had to be like, okay, I'm ready to do this again. And it is going to be bigger than you could ever imagine. What you do is so special because I've experienced it multiple times over. Ain't nothing else out there like it. The way you immerse people in the community, right? In the global community, how you connect people globally, baby. Ain't nobody else doing that. Somebody else may do something else, but
they ain't doing that. These are the types of things our travelers say, right? because we don't play. Listen, baby, we do not play. When it comes to merging culture, rest, and connection, we have done it all, right? We've done it in destinations like the Dominican Republic, Brazil, Belize, Ghana, and of course, we're going to be doing it in Zimbabwe as well. I'm the type of person who I believe where you want to go in the world is tied to who you're meant to be. And specifically when Black travelers visit Black countries and go beyond the tourist lens, right? Something deeper is going to happen. So you get to see the world, right? You get to see the world, you get to see yourself, you get to reclaim your joy, you get to rewrite your narratives, and you remember who you are. So the testimonials like this are really my absolute favorite thing about what I do. All right, y'all still with me? Let me hear you say yeah in the chat if you're still with me. Yeah in the chat. Yeah in the chat. Yeah in the chat. I need a yeah in the chat. Yeah in the chat. Y'all see, it don't take much for me to turn up. It's quick. It's fast. It just happens. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what's included and what's not included, right? Because I know the question in your head is like, okay, so what am I actually paying for, right? Here's what's covered: accommodations. So double and single occupancy accommodations. If you need a roommate, right? If you're coming solo, but you don't want to have a solo room, we will match you with a roommate if you can put that information in when you book. Transportation, all in-country transportation. There's round trip flights between Harare and Victoria Falls, airport transfers, private buses to every itinerary location. You're never going to have to figure out any of the logistics. Experiences, so all entry fees for everything on the itinerary. So Victoria Falls, Dombo Shaba, the dance class, the cultural festival, the community service project, the sunset cruise, all of it is all included. Meals. So with the meals, you're going to have breakfast daily is included, right? Some of the lunches are included and some of the dinners are included. And once you book with us, you'll see that in your welcome packet. So the welcome dinner and the drumming dinner are included. And we don't put all the meals in because we want you to be able to explore and be able to pick and choose what you want to do, right? We also include photography. So you're going to be taking pictures, but we're also going to be taking pictures and we're going to share them with you so that we can capture moments throughout the trip. We provide a pre-trip guide, so a welcome packet, which has everything. It's going to have packing lists in it, trip details, and prep info. Of course, the It's Deeper Than Travel team, me and my team will be there to support you on the ground the whole time. So if something goes wrong, we will handle it and you'll never be alone, okay? What's not included is going to be your flight to Harare, right? So you're going to have to set up, I suggest you set up flight alerts, right? I love kayak, for your round trip flight to Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport, which is HRE, right? If you're joining us in April. So one of the things I didn't really go into is we have 2 trips next year. One is April 2026 and the other is September 2026, right? So you can join us for either or. If you need a little bit more runway. If you're joining us in April, you will fly into Harare. If you're joining us in September, you'll fly into Victoria Falls, right? So Victoria Falls International Airport, which is VFA, would be the one that you would be looking for flights to. Travel insurance is not included, but it is required. So it's usually about $120 to $300. And you might want to check and see if your credit card already has it included, because you may be able to just use that. You just want to make sure that you book your trip with the credit card so they will cover it, right? Zimbabwean visa. So you have to have a visa to come. Actually, no, you have to have a visa to enter, and you get the visa on arrival. So you don't get it ahead of time. You get it when you arrive, and it's about $30. Incidental expenses are not included. So think like tips for drivers, souvenirs, additional add-ons, those type of things. And then your passport, right? Can you drop passport in the chat if you have your passport? And this is outside of this trip. If you don't have a passport, get one now, okay? You know the America we live in. Make sure you have the documents that you need just in case you need to go somewhere. And then also get your passport for Deep in Zimbabwe, okay? If your passport expires within 6 months, of the trip, or if it has less than 2 blank pages, you want to renew it now, right? So if you already have one, renew it. If you don't have one, get it. All right, so type got it in the chat. Got it in the chat if you understand what's included and what's not included. Everybody got it? You got it? You got it? D says she got her passport. I know that's right, girl. Oh, y'all out here. I see it. Derek got his passport. Kiana has her passport. Alpheus has. Okay, I see y'all. Y'all are my type of people. Y'all are my type of people. I love it. Got it. Okay, good. Fabulous. All right. Now let's talk about costs. All right. So the cost of the trip is $3,499. Right. So I know that's an investment, but for the people who are like me, who keep a travel fund, very good. Just going to pay in full. Let's go. Okay. If you tensed up a little bit, like girl, $3,499. If you tensed up about the investment, stay with me. Okay. You can put down a deposit today, right? You put down a deposit and then you pay the rest in monthly installments. So it's already set up on the booking page. You can pay in monthly installments leading up to April or leading up to September, right? So if you're joining us in April, installments are roughly like $700 a month, right? If you're joining us in September, the installments are like $300 a month, right? Depending on when you book, right? So the monthly payment is going to change if you book later. I just want to call that out, okay? In general, the cost of the trip is about like 10 brunches, right? Less than half of if you're like paying for a car payment, right? If you got subscriptions, I had to get rid of my subscription. If you got a bunch of subscriptions, listen, the monthly payment is about all them subscriptions, okay? That you probably forgot that you're paying for. And what you're getting for it is 10 days in Zimbabwe, full immersion, a group of 30 people who think like you, travel like you, vibe like you, and match your energy. You're getting an experience that you're going to talk about for the rest of your life, okay? So it's not a expense. It's an investment, right? There's an ROI. So just think about what's the ROI on that. All right. All right. So we're back. Now, y'all saw this earlier. So if you're still here, I'm excited for you. Thank you for staying to the end. We're almost at the end. This is the important part. Pay attention. So if you pay your deposit today, right, November 1st, if you pay your deposit today, you can get up to $800 in gifts because we give back, we talked about, and we give back, okay? The first gift is going to be the free copy of Unlock Your Travel Funds. So you can start adding an additional $200 a month to your travel funds, right? Without cutting back on what you love. That's the piece, right? Without cutting back on what you love. So that you can easily use those funds to pay for your flight to Zimbabwe, right? You're also going to get a free add-on. So if you book today, you'll get a free add-on, right? You can use the promo code BOARDING, 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 when you deposit. And that way you'll be able to use that toward, like if you want to do the add-on, the Haka Safari game part, if you want to do the heritage tour, or if you want to do the Zambezi National Park game drive. So you remember we talked about seeing the animals in the water or seeing animals on the land, right? If you book today and you use the promo code boarding, you can get one of those for free. And that code will be available only until 11:59 tonight, right? For the first person to drop their deposit today, right? The first one to drop their deposit on this call, actually, before we wrap up, you're going to get a special gift from me, right? Personally, you're going to get a custom private trip planning session with me, right? So whether you have a birthday trip you want to take, an anniversary trip you want to take, another getaway that you want to take, or just a well-deserved solo vacation celebration that you want to take, I'm going to help you bring that to life. Now, this is what I do, y'all. I have been planning experiences for Black people to go everywhere in the world for over a decade, right? This is my thing. This is my thing, right? So think one of a kind, is deeper than travel style magic made just for you, right? You've seen what we do on the group itineraries. If you've been on our Instagram, you see the type of experiences we have, right? This is when I bring that to life for you in a custom itinerary, right? This is just my way of rewarding you for choosing you now. Reminding you that the deeper than travel energy doesn't just stop at our group trips. We got you on all the type of journeys that you want to take. So if you've been thinking about booking, now is your moment. All right. Now is the moment. So I'm going to drop the link for the trip in the chat. Just a second. Who trying to get a custom trip for the free? I'm going to drop the link in the chat here. Let me know if you can see it. And let me know if it works. Okay. I'll announce the winner in just a bit for the person who's going to win the custom trip once you put down your deposit. So get in where you fit in, but let me know if the link works. Let me make sure that the link works and that you can see it in the chat. All right. This is the page that you're going to see, right? If you're on your phone, you'll see it here. That's what you're going to see. So before we move on, I want to make sure that the link works, right? That's for one. And then hold up. Wait a minute. All right. I'm going to just redrop them again. Hold up. Just a second. I want to make sure that I have both of the links in there. Okay. So the link I just dropped, actually, let me put it on here so that y'all have it. Which link is for what? Just a second. I'm going to drop the links again. All right. So somebody asked about Unlock Your Travel Funds. So Unlock Your Travel Funds is a PDF, right? It's a PDF document I created to help you be able to get access to $200 more a month in money that you could put aside to pay for your travel. Right? It talks about all of the strategies I've used. So if you book, you get it for free. So that way you can use it to help you pay for the trip, right? You can use it. You can start implementing the strategies to help you pay for your trip. Does that make sense? And am I stuck? Can y'all see me? Okay. And y'all let me know if the links worked. Eve, let me know if the link works. Okay, hold up. Let me see if I can drop them separately. That might be better. So I'm going to do one and then I'm going to do the other. There's fall. So that's September of next year. And then spring is April of next year. Okay, so I dropped them separately again. Oh, I just saw your message. Yes, separately. Okay. It works. Fabulous. It worked. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. All right. So you have the links. This just gave a walkthrough of, and I'm going to do it again just in case. I'm going to go back and have it run it again. This is a walkthrough on the screen, right? It takes about 2 minutes to secure your spot. It's gonna allow you to click through pretty quickly. If you have any questions about the booking page or the booking process, right, put that in the chat. And remember, when you book, use boarding as your promo code to get the free add-on. All right. And then Eve, text me who the winner is of the person who's like, you know what, I'm going. Like, oh, there's nothing to talk about, right? I'm going. That's the type of decisions we trying to make around here. Like, I'm going. All right, let me go to the next. All right, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. Deposit is $500. So this is your opportunity to ask any questions that you have about all the things, right? All the things. That's what we're here for, is to answer all the questions about booking process, about the activities. Some of the things that people ask us about are around like the difficulty level of the activities, right? What we usually tell them is, you're not going to be walking for a long amount of time. Like maybe, with Dumbo Shava, it's a longer type of walk up the hill. Most of the time we're riding, right? So if you're someone who's like, if I'm walking a lot, like, no, it's not a whole lot of walking. It's more experiencing, but there are like maybe one or two things where you may walk a little bit more than 10, 15 minutes. Let me see. Okay. Questions? Any other questions? Yeah, round trip airfare, like Eve said, around $914. I mean, $1,400. Kayak or Google Flights are the best for setting alerts. What's your favorite experience that you saw, like of the things that we're gonna do? Or is there experience that you were like, oh, I wanted to do that, but I didn't see that on the itinerary? Because you're gonna have time to do that if you want to. I'm over here getting all this together, y'all. Get the lips together, child. Hold up. What is the expected flight arrive to avoid missing the welcome dinner? Oh, so on the day that you arrive, I would say get there before 2 p.m. Right? So you get a chance to get in, settle in, get to the hotel, get to the welcome dinner. Welcome dinner is usually going to be around like 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. So I would say get into the country by 2 p.m. at the latest, right? I usually like there just get there in the morning. D, let me know if that answers your question. Yeah, so that's the other thing Eve called out in the chat. Like, so one of the things that we do is plan our trips specifically around times where you don't have to use a lot of PTO, or we set up our trips in a way that allows you to not have to use a lot of PTO. So what that means is we will usually plan trips around a holiday, right? So it may be Labor Day, maybe Memorial Day. So that way, you're on a 10-day trip, but you only use 5 days of PTO, right? That type of thing, right? We're always gonna start our trip on a Friday, so that 2 days of your trip, the first 2 days and the last 2 days of your trip are weekend, right? So those aren't PTO days that you have to use, and then it's just the main week that you're using. So we do that purposely. That was actually one of the things that I learned when I was just traveling and gallivanting back in the day. Like, get them weekends in there. Okay. I'm going to drop the links again. Hold up. Let me go back. Drop any other questions that you have about deep in Zimbabwe, or about is deep in travel in general. We here, we got some time. So I dropped fall and spring, and we decided to do another trip to Zimbabwe because the interest has been rising in Zimbabwe since Forbes named it #1 country to visit in 2025. So we're like, let's just go again. I mean, why not? And also, the reason why we chose these times to go specifically is because there's only certain times that you can see Victoria Falls with water, right? There's certain times that the falls are flowing, right? Sometimes are really heavy, sometimes are medium, and then sometimes the falls are kind of dry, right? So you can't go see Victoria Falls anytime in the year, because sometimes you may go and there may not be any water flowing really. So that's why we're going in April and September. Okay. Yes. TRS, if you are on our listserv, you have to be on the listserv to access the replay. So make sure that you're on our listserv. We're going to send it out later today. Actually, no, we're going to send it out tomorrow. We're going to send it out tomorrow because if you didn't come today, you can't be getting access to the codes. So we'll send out tomorrow. So check your email for an email from It's Deeper Than Travel tomorrow, and you will be able to see, you'll be able to access the replay. Any other questions? Let me see. Did I miss any? Y'all, my computer is so mad right now. Do y'all hear how loud it is? Is it me? Is it me? Or is it really that loud? Oh, let me switch because I think it's the video. Whoop. Let's see if it calms down. Okay, good. Thank you, Eve. Any other questions? Any other questions about deep in Zimbabwe? Did I miss places where people are from? Let me see what other questions that we had earlier. Yes, there will be a replay available, and you'll get it tomorrow on the listserv. What else? I think Eve been in the chat. Okay. Thank you, Eve. All right. So, okay. California, Detroit, New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. I was born in Neptune, New Jersey. All right. So I don't see any more questions. All right. So for those who have booked, yes. We're excited to have you, right? We're excited to create these experiences for you. If you haven't booked yet, right? If you haven't booked yet and you want access to the document, Unlock Your Travel Funds, that the people who are booking get for free, you can get it today, right? You can get it today for a discount, right? In this document, I have simple strategies that I use to travel to almost 30 countries, right? And I'm going to put the link to it in the chat so that you all can get access to it. It's usually priced at $100. But because you came and you stayed all this time, I'm going to allow you to get it for $25 today, right? Today only. So I'm going to drop it in the chat for you all to get access to it to unlock your travel funds. I have all of the things in there, right? And it's really focused on how do you leverage, what you're already doing, right? Things you're already doing in your finances, things you're already doing with your money to be able to travel, right? And have additional coins to travel. So I've put it all in there. Let me know if that link works or if you have any issues with it. All right. So we have come to the end. Any additional questions? We have come to the end. If you have additional questions, drop them in the chat. we're really excited about boarding. We were really excited about Deep in Zimbabwe next year. So much so that we made 2 trips. I mean, seriously, we are really excited about Deep in Zimbabwe. This is usually where people give a hard pitch, but listen, I don't need to convince you, right? I do not need to convince you. If you're here, you already know this is for you. You did not use your hour on this Good Saturday if you were not thinking about you need to be in Zimbabwe. You already know this is for you, right? You've been thinking about Zimbabwe. If you've been thinking about Zimbabwe, this is for you. This trip is for you, right? If you're tired of waiting for the perfect time to go to Africa, right? If you're tired of waiting for the friends to come with you to go to Africa, this is your trip. If you are somebody who is just like, look, Inez, I need to get out of the United States. Okay, it's a lot going on. I need to get out of the United States. I need to exhale. I need to remember who I am outside of my work and my job title and these kids and these people and the right. This is your trip. So click the link to book for either April or for September in the chat. The deposit is $500. The payment plan covers the rest. And we will be headed to Zimbabwe in April of 2026. We'll be headed to Zimbabwe in September of 2026. So whether you pick April 2026 or September 2026, we're going to be giving Zimbabwe, right? 30 people, 10 days. Are you coming or not? Are you coming or not? Okay. If you're still on the fence, that's fine. But I want you to ask yourself, what exactly are you waiting for? All right, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the permission to go? If so, I'm going to give you permission right now. You have permission. Come on, let's go. Okay. If you're waiting for more money to go, right? We have the payment plan that exists. We're hosting 2 different trips to give you runway if you need it. We giving you unlock your travel funds as soon as you book. And I even gave you a discount on unlock your travel funds if you haven't booked yet, right? So the money is there. If you're waiting for more time, you have months to prepare to go, right? But if you're waiting for more certainty, you will never get that. It's not coming. You'll never have that. You're just going to have to decide, right? At some point, you just got to decide and then put the pieces together later, right? Most people wait. A lot of times people are like, oh, Inez, I want to go with you. Next time you go, I'm going, girl. Next time they can feel it in their spirit, but when it comes time to make the decision, they have a hard time making that decision, right? Because they're waiting for something to feel comfortable. They're waiting to know all the answers until they are able to take the action, right? But the answers are in the action. I'm going to say that again. The answers are in the action, right? And the action comes after the decision. So make the decision and then take the action. We are here to support you on your journey. We just want you to join us, right? Like we want you to choose you, really. We want you to choose what you want. So are you coming or not? Okay. Are you coming or not? If you are coming, we're excited. Black Friday is the last day to book for April, right? So if you're going to join us in April, Black Friday is the last day you can book for April. But again, don't wait until then, right? Don't wait till Black Friday because you want to secure your spot today in order to get the discounts. You want to secure your spot today to take advantage of the gifts of the boarding coupon code for the free add-on, right? And the chance to potentially get a free custom trip that isn't even this trip built for you, right? So we don't wait till Black Friday. You want to be able to take advantage of the gifts today. All right. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Thank you for joining us for Boarding Soon. I appreciate every response in the chat. Y'all are my people. The booking link is in the chat. Click the link, enter the promo code, pay your deposit, choose your free add-on, and we're looking forward to having a time with you in Zimbabwe, right? Like we're gonna have a time, okay? If you can't tell, I am about having a time. That's what I do. Also, the link for Unlock Your Travel Funds is also in the chat as well. If you have additional questions, please. If you have additional questions, send us a DM. If you have any other questions, make sure to DM us on Facebook or Instagram. Hold up. I see other questions. It's saying that I must fill out double occupancy. Okay, so Derek, you're trying to book a double, and it's saying that you have to, or I need more context. Eve. Okay, Eve wants to show the walkthrough again. Let me know if y'all need the walkthrough. Eve, I don't know if I necessarily want to show that because it causes a lot of issues with the laptop. He said, I'm trying to fill out the single, but it's taking me to the double. Oh, okay, okay, Larry. So let me go back. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so this is the walkthrough. You have double occupancy or single. Eve, when you... All right, so you're able to put in the code. So once you get to the booking page, you want to click which one that you want. It shouldn't force you to pick the double, right? It shouldn't force you to pick the double if you want to do the single. And wait, I might actually go on the page. Hold up, let's do this. Let me stop sharing this. I'm gonna actually go to the page. Are you on your cell phone or on your laptop, Derek? Let me know. And then I'm gonna share a different screen. Oh, please. Let me get the link. Just a second. I'm going to actually pull it up and walk through it on the laptop so you can see it. All right. So you should be able to see the Deep in Zimbabwe page. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click either double or single. So if you want to do single, you click single here, right? Then you go book now. Right? If you look, you will see there'll be a 1 right here beside single occupancy. Don't fill this part out here, right? I'm going to put in boarding here, apply it here, right? You'll see the discount comes out. This will show you the amount due, and this will show you payments. And then you just click, and it will allow you to fill out the information. So you'll have your buyer information, your participant information. If you see a star beside a field, then it is the required fields, right? So you want to fill those out. Meal preference, if you need a roommate, which you'll put no if you're doing a single, right? I booked a single, fill out this information, click continue, and you'll go all the way to the end. So let me know if that was helpful, Derek. I don't know if you were looking at it on your phone or if you're looking at it on your laptop. Let me know if that was helpful. Okay, you're on your cell. Okay. All right. So let me try it. So what we'll do is, let me see. Let me see if I can Now, I'm not going to be able to show it on my cell. Let me see here. All right. Oh, and also, are you trying to book spring or are you trying to book fall? Also, are you trying to do you want to room by yourself? I guess is the question. Do you want to room by yourself or do you want to book for yourself and get a roommate matched with you? All right. So I go on the phone. It's a bit different, right? You're going to click book now, first thing, and then you want to look and click which occupancy you want. So you want to make one for the double occupancy if you're trying to do double, or one for the single, right? So I'm just going to click the little face that's beside it and make the 0 a 1, right? And it's the same thing as the other one. Once I click continue, it's going to take me to the same thing. So it's not a double if you click single, right? And you'll see at the bottom, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but because the preview might have went too fast, but let me go back to do. All right, so boom, we're going to click that book now. You see the people 0 0. You want to pick one here. Y'all excuse my crack screen. One here. One here. Yeah. Right. And then once you click one there, you're going to scroll to the bottom and you're going to click continue and it will be a single occupancy. All right. You got it. Fabulous. Fabulous. All right. That works. That works. All right. So, all right. And Derek, I'm assuming you're booking now. Are you booking now? Are you booking now? Because if you are, we will wait, honey, so that you can get that custom trip. Yeah. So if you aren't following us on Instagram, go to It's Deeper Than Travel on Instagram. If you're not following us on Facebook, you can check us out on It's Deeper Than Travel on Facebook, right? We put all of the things up there, right? If you have questions, send us a DM there. If you're not on our listserv, right? This is the most important piece. If you're not on our listserv, you want to get on it, because anytime we drop coupons, anytime we drop discount codes, for any of our products, right? So it could be a digital product, it could be a trip, it could be anything that we're dropping in there. New dates for trips, right? We just dropped to our email list earlier this week that we were planning to host our second trip to Zimbabwe before anybody else knew about it, right? So you want to be on the email list. And we don't just send out emails about mess, right? We're sending you things that you really can use, and we're giving you real perspective. We're giving you a little twist on what you normally see on emails from travel companies. So go to our pages, click the link in bio, sign up, subscribe, make sure that you move us into your primary inbox, right? If you get an email from us, open it up. You're going to have access to all of the trips next year. Once you subscribe, you'll have access to all of the trips. So not just Zimbabwe. You have access to Deep in Ghana, Get Free Ghana, and Get Free South Africa, which we're doing as well. So you definitely want to be on the email list if you're not already on the email list, right? Okay, got it there. I just saw that. Book a single and stay in the single. Okay. And for the fall. All right, perfect. Were you able to figure it out, Derek? Let me know. What else? Anything else? I think that's all. I think that's it. That's all. Right? I think that is it. That is all. Eve, did I miss anything? Let me know in the chat. Anything that I miss? Anything that I miss? Anything that I miss? Derek, we're excited to see you in the fall. Other than that, like, I just like to always tell people, when it comes to what we do, it is deeper than travel. If you are the person who is bold enough to change your environment, we promise that we will change your mind on our trips, right? If you're bold enough to book the trip, we promise you, we will change your mind about the country, about the people, about Blackness internationally, Afro culture globally, the African diaspora as a whole. We promise you we will change your mind. Okay. So thank y'all for coming, and we will see you soon.